Alright guys, we have the whole dashboard set up. Now we need to work on this front end, basically the welcome page. So first thing I want to do is go to our routes file, which is in routes and then web.php. And right here you can see that the slash is going to the welcome view. We're not even going to use the welcome view. What I want to do here is instead of calling this function and loading a view, which you shouldn't even do in the routing file, we're going to point it to a controller function. So it's going to go to listings controller index. That's going to be basically the home page. So let's save that. All right, and if we go over here and reload, you'll see that we're getting an error. Wait a minute. I think we have an issue. Oh, this should be wrapped in quotes. Alright, so now we just get a blank page because it's calling the index function of the listings controller, which has nothing in it. So what we want to do here is get all the listings from the database. So let's do listings, and then instead of just doing listing all, I want to order these by the date. So we're going to say listings equals listing :order by. Okay, this is just another way to use eloquent. So order by created _at, and we want that to be descending. All right, and then we just need to do arrow and then call the get function. Okay, and then we want to return a view, which is going to be listings, and we want to send along with that. We want to send along the actual listings. All right, let's save that, and then let's go to our view folder. And let's see, we want to create a new file called listings.blade.php. All right, and let's just say hello. If we go over here and reload, we get hello. Now I actually want this to have the same layout as the rest of the pages, so let's go to, let's just go to dashboard.blade, and we're going to grab that, and then we'll paste it in listings.blade. Alright, so we want to extend the layout, we want this content row, all this stuff is good. Right here in the heading though, we're going to get rid of dashboard and get rid of that span, and we're just going to say latest business listings. Alright, then we'll have the panel body, and we'll get rid of this. Okay, and we're going to keep this because we do want to count the listings, make sure that there are some. And then in here we're going to get rid of, we're not going to use a table, so we can get rid of all that. We will use this for each, but we don't want this stuff. Get rid of that. Just kind of clean in house a little bit. Alright, now we also want to have an else. No. Alright, so the else is for if there are no listings, then we're just going to have a paragraph here, and we'll just say no listings found. Alright, and then when we loop through these, let's actually put a UL right above it, right here. So we'll say UL, we'll give it a class, a bootstrap class of list group. Okay, put the ending UL after the for each. Alright, and then for each listing, we're going to output an li with a class of list group item. Okay, and then inside the li, let's put a link, and that link is going to go to /listings/ and then the ID of the listing. Okay, that'll actually go to the show function, which we'll add to in a second. Alright, and then let's see, in the text for the link, we're going to put listing name. Okay, that should do it. Let's save it, go back, And now we have both listings. Notice that one is from the Brad user, one is from the John Doe user. So that's exactly what we want. When we click on it, it's going to go to listings slash and then that ID, and this is actually calling the show view. I'm sorry, the show function. So I was initially going to do that part in another video, but we did that quick enough that I think we'll have enough time to add that as well. So let's go back to the listings controller, go down to show, and we're basically doing the same thing we did in the edit. Okay, so let's copy that, and we're getting the listing, and then we're going to return a template called show listing and pass along the listing. So let's save that. We'll go down to views and create one more file here called show listing .blade.php. Alright, and let's grab, let's see, I guess it doesn't really matter, we'll just grab the edit. Alright, and we're going to just get rid of, let's see, the panel heading. For the panel heading, I want the actual listing name. And then in the body, we can just get rid of this form. And in the body, we're going to do another UL, which will be a list group. Okay, and then we'll have some li tags, and those will have a class of list group item. All right, and for this one, we'll have the address. Okay, and then I'm just going to copy this. Okay, so we'll have the address, then we'll do the website. And for the website, let's actually wrap that in a link. Okay, and that's going to go to the listing website. All right, and we'll also do it target equals underscore blank because we don't want it to navigate away from this page. Okay, and then we'll do the email and the phone number. And then for the body, what we'll do is go under the UL. I'm going to put in an HR tag, and then we'll put in a div and give it a class of well, and then this is where we'll put the bio. Alright, let's save it, and if we reload, there's our page. We can also put a go back up here. Oops. So this will go to slash listings. Whoops. Okay, we'll give it a class of pull right btn, btn default, and btn xs, and we'll say go back. All right, and now we can go back. Cool. Now, one last thing I want to show you guys is if we log out. Okay, so we're now logged out. And if we try to go to slash dashboard, it doesn't let us because the dashboard controller, if we look at it, where is it? Right here, dashboard controller. In the constructor, it's calling this middleware auth. And what that's doing is it's making all of the functions in this controller user authenticated only. Okay, if the user isn't authenticated, they're just going to get booted to the login. Now, if we go to, let's say, listings / create, it's letting us go there even though we're not logged in. And that's because it's a whole different controller. Now, I don't want all of the listing controller functions to be protected, because we want them to be able to go to, just listings or listings show. Okay, actually those are the only two that we want. guest to be able to go to. So what we can do is go into the listings controller, and we're going to go to the constructor, which we don't have. We have to create it. So let's go right here and just say public function double underscore construct. Okay, and then in here we're going to say this middleware, and pass in here auth. Now if we wanted all of these to be protected, that would be fine, but we want two of them to not be protected, so we can pass in a second parameter, which will be an array, and we can say except, and then this will actually be another array, and we'll say index and show. Okay, those two we don't want to be authorized only. So if we reload, that's fine. Show is also fine, but if we go to listings/create, we're booted to the login page. Okay, same thing if we go to listings/one/edit, same thing. Okay, so now it's fully protected. All right, so this little login system that we've built here, you can implement this on any of your Laravel applications. For future projects, we may or may not use this exact system. I kind of feel like if we do it every time for every project, it's really repeating ourselves. So we might have projects where there's no authentication, but this is easy enough for you to implement yourself and add to that application. All right, so thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next project.